calls for consolidation of the gains achieved by ECOWAS in restoring constitutional order in Mali and Guinea-Bissau. The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure and Technical Economic and Engineering Company based in France signed a multi-million-dollar agreement for the development of the Trans-Gambia Bridge project. Authorities in Senegal ordered a swift probe into alleged involvement of senior members of the police force in drug trafficking, and supporters of deposed Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi demand the restitution of their former leader amidst protests and clashes between rival groups in the Arab world's most populous nation. These and other stories coming ahead this half hour. We thank you for joining us. The President, His Excellency Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Ejije Jammeh, continues to receive messages of felicitation from well-wishers, and the latest comes from one Ansumana Bojang of the Personal Management Office, and the message reads: Your Excellency, I would like to congratulate you as the party chairman on your recent dialogue with the People's Tour. The massive turnout throughout the tour is a clear manifestation of the love that Gambians have for you and your government. Your Excellency, sir, since 1994 to date, all the promises that you have made have been fulfilled, and Gambians have seen what you have done. Since you took office, you have seen many developments in the country. In the Second Republic, we have seen the sons and daughters of farmers with master's and doctorate degrees through the scholarships provided by your government. I would like to use this opportunity to pray for Your Excellency and the first family for good health, long life, prosperity, and Allah's continued guidance and protection. The message ends. The text of the message from Omar A. Jammeh reads: Your Excellency, please allow me to express my sincere thanks and appreciation to you for executing the constitutional mandate to tour the country. Your Excellency, the great and tireless efforts that you are doing to develop our beloved nation is considered and accepted by all patriotic Gambians. Your Excellency, I congratulate you once again for witnessing yet another blessed Ramadan. May Allah the Almighty continue to protect you and the first family. The message concludes. The general public is hereby informed that His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Sheikh Professor Alhaji Dr. Yahya Ejije Jammeh, GMRG FAAICL, is pleased to declare Monday, 22nd July 2013 public holiday throughout the Gambia in observance of the 19th anniversary of the July 22nd Revolution. The President and members of the First Family wish all Gambians a happy July 22nd anniversary celebrations. The general public is hereby informed that as part of celebrations marking the 19th anniversary of the July 22nd Revolution, the Office of the President will organize an Islamic conference and Quranic recitation at State House grounds tomorrow, Sunday, 21st July 2013, starting at 10 a.m. According to a press release from the Office of the President, Islamic scholars would be on the ground to discuss topical issues of concern to the Islamic Ummah, particularly homosexuality and lesbianism. Regional governors, according to the release, are kindly requested to organize similar activities at their regional levels at a date to be determined by them. The release went on to state that as part of celebrations, mosques in the country are urged to recite the Holy Quran Thursday evening to Friday morning for 3 consecutive weeks. This will be coordinated by the Supreme Islamic Council. Likewise, churches are also urged to offer special prayers for the nation for 3 consecutive weeks. The Office of the President wishes all Gambians a happy anniversary of the revolution and Ramadan Mubarak. The release concludes. Meantime, government officials and politicians have been reflecting on the historic passage of the July 22nd Revolution and the political change it brought. Their comments came just days before the celebration of the 19th anniversary of the peaceful takeover orchestrated by the then young Lieutenant Yahya Jammeh, who was later elected first president of the Second Republic. Abdul Njai sat down with the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Mahmoud Sabali, who doubles as the Minister for Presidential Affairs, and the Lord Mayor of KMC, Yankuba Koli, to sound their views on the events that unfolded on July 1994.
This is a country cast in historical past, with a fellowship built on the walls of the July 22nd Revolution. Many have ascribed the benefits of the Second Republic to the genuine leadership provided by the then young Lieutenant Yahya Jammeh, who carved the nation's blueprint on the belief that his government can bring about meaningful economic development. His leadership style is one that urges the youth to take ownership of the political, infrastructural, educational and economic transformations created under his leadership.
I remember Professor Oka VC told us, you know what, I mean, just have faith and keep doing what you are doing. I remember he said this in all of, he said, Yala Dulan Setan no. And then he was right. It turned out perfectly right. Look, I can tell you one thing. My education, my university education in the Gambia, my degree that was attained here in the Gambia, I would not change it for the degree from Harvard University. I am saying this here, Mamadou Sabali. Was the year 2013. Come back to me 50 years later, I'll say the same thing. I would not change my Gambian university education for a degree from Harvard or any highbrow university around the world.
Mamadou Sabali was a valedictorian of the graduating class of the Force University program, which laid the foundation of the present-day University of the Gambia. Starting from a humble beginning, the University of the Gambia has now marshaled the entire tertiary institutions in the Gambia under its purview to complete its academic transformation. This is by no means a small achievement for the Secretary General and the head of the Civil Service, who reflects on life under the St. Mary's University Extension Program and the skepticism that greeted the program.
But for me to have gone through the institutions, and it's not just one institution, there are institutions created by the revolution, to rise through that, have my first degree, graduate valedictorian, get employed in this country, in the apex financial institution, that central bank, without having to go through the back door. Then you know that the President Yami had opened the doors wide open for everybody to be able to go to school and to be able to work in any institution. To have gone through that, to have risen through that to become National Budget Director, and to be today, by the grace of Allah, the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Minister of Presidential Affairs, thanks to the generous confidence that His Excellency the President has bestowed in me, and not just me, because as I said over and over again, my appointment as Secretary General is not just about me. This is the President showing his confidence in the young people of this country, showing his love for young people in this country, even though on our part we have not risen up to his expectations.
It is said that a revolution is only successful if it is embraced by the populace, and this is true of the 1994 takeover. This was the genesis of a new beginning, closing the chapter of a stalled past.
July 22nd Revolution, 1994. I could honestly remember that before the night, there was some kind of regime change.
You mean on the eve of the 22nd?
Yes, of course, because then, you know, I'm from Taliban, you know, I have so many soldier friends. The day Jawara was coming to the Gambia, I could vividly remember one of my cousins who was a staff sergeant then came and said, some of our soldiers are disarmed at the airport, and Jawara did not even make, you know, a guard of honor. In fact, he drove, and, you know, the convoy met me in Talinding sitting down when they were going.
The Lord Mayor of the Kanifing Municipality, Yankuba Koli, said what obtained then and now are miles apart. The Gambia, according to him, was then a country of the privilege. The celebrity culture was restricted to few.
For us, we are happy about the change because we are not happy with the forced regime.
There is now an entire population living the dream of the revolution, which calls for equal opportunities for all, using the 19th anniversary of the July 22nd military takeover to reflect on the improvements it has brought them. Abdunjai, GRTS.
Leaders of the ECOWAS community have hailed the recent upturn in political climate in both Mali and Guinea-Bissau, following a period of political uncertainty in the two West African states. The two countries are set for vital elections, processes that are set to take both Bamako and Bissau on the road to new democratic dispensations. Abubakar Senghor was in Abuja, where the Vice President and Minister of Women's Affairs attended the summit, and reports the ECOWAS authority also endorsed the expansion of the commission, with the Gambia heading the Infrastructure Commission.
43rd ordinary session of the ECOWAS Authority